Hey everyone, this is Adam, and today I'm going to be showing you the new way to install and also uninstall Figma plugins based on the latest Figma update that changes the way this works from the way that you're probably used to doing it. So to get started, we just go to the Figma community, and you can get there by just clicking on this little community icon or text at the top, and that's going to bring you to the page that we're looking at now. And then to find a plugin, you can either use the search box if you know what plugin you want to install, or to browse plugins, you can just go to the plugins tab up the top here and click on that. And so that's going to bring up a list of all the available plugins that you can install into Figma. And today I'm just going to be using the Bannerify plugin as an example to show you how to install a Figma plugin with this latest 2022 update. So knowing that I want to install this Bannerify plugin, all I need to do is click on the plugin, go over to the detail page here, and then you just need to click on this new try it out button. So this is where the install button used to be. So you used to be able to just click on this button that said install, and that would just immediately install it to your account, your Figma account, and you could just start using it right away. They've just swapped this out for every Figma plugin. So every plugin you want to install or use now is now this try it out button instead. So it's a little bit of a funny wording, but I'll walk you through how it actually works. So all you need to do is click on this new try it out button. So I'm going to click on that. That's going to bring up a prompt for you to select the Figma account or the Figma team, I guess, that you want to install the plugin to. I'm just going to select my account that I'm already logged into, which is where I want it to be installed. So I'm going to click on that. And what this does is it actually creates a brand new, totally blank Figma file, and it names it to be the same as whatever the plugin you've just installed, or the plugin you've just clicked rather, is. So it'll create this brand new empty file. So that'll be in your drafts if you want to delete that later if you don't need it. And it automatically opens up this new resources panel, which is located in the top of the Figma toolbar. So this resources panel contains links to different plugins and things like that. So what you want to do is go down to this little three dot icon, which says more options. If you hover over it, click on that. And to install the plugin, you just have to click on this little install link here. And if we click on that, you'll see it's giving us a notification that it's installed the Bannerify plugin. So do make sure that you click on that little three dot icon if you want to install it properly. The alternative, as you can see here, is this new default action of run. So run basically allows you to run the Figma plugin in your file without installing it. But that means it's not going to be there in your installed plugins list the next time you want to use it again. So you kind of have to go back and find it each time, which I think is a little bit more inconvenient than just having it installed if you know that you're going to be using it on a regular basis. And so once you've already got it installed and you want to also uninstall that later down the track or right away, you can uninstall it by doing the same thing. So to uninstall a plugin you've already installed, you just need to find it under this resources tab that we're already in. Find the plugin that you want to uninstall. It'll bring up this prompt when you click on it, and it'll look exactly the same. Just click on that three dot icon again and click on the uninstall link this time. So that's just now uninstalled the plugin. But for now, I'm just going to leave that installed. So again, I'm going to install it by clicking on the three dot icon, clicking on install, and that will install the plugin for me. And as you can see here, it's just a blank file. So for this particular plugin, it's probably not that useful to run it in a blank file. And so if you do have a file that you know you want to actually run the plugin in, all you need to do is close off that new file and delete it if you don't want it. Jump back into a file that you do want to run the plugin in, and you'll be able to do that normally from then on. So you can basically just right click anywhere, go down to plugins, and then go down to installed plugins, and then you can then go over to your plugin that you just installed. So just click on the plugin and that will load it up as you'd expect. So that's what that looks like there. So as I said, it's a little bit of a extra step in order to install the plugin, but once you've got it installed, it should be basically installed the way and accessible the way that you've already been used to running the plugins. If the plugin automatically adds itself to the column on the right hand side, you'll still be able to access it from there as well. So that's just another way you can open up the plugins if you do want to do that as well. And as I mentioned, if you do want to access the plugins from this new resources menu, you can go ahead and click on that up here, and that's going to open up a list of all the recently installed or used plugins. So you can do that. You can also change this recents one to installed, so you can get a list of the installed plugins that you've actually got installed on your account. And that way it's going to be an easier overview of actually auditing what you've got installed, and giving you a much easier way to then jump into that plugin and once again uninstall it if that's something you'd like to do. So you can just click on that more options icon, click on uninstall, or if you've uninstalled it and you want to install it, you can do the same thing. So you just have to click on that icon and click on install. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that installed, and we don't have to touch that again. Okay, so that's basically the new process for how to install and uninstall Figma plugins based on this new mid-year 2022 update of the Figma app. And so this will work in the browser or in the desktop app, which I'm using at the moment. So it's really up to you. But once you do have the plugin installed, you'll be able to access that under your installed plugins list regardless of where you log in. So that'll carry over wherever your account's being logged into, and you don't have to worry about reinstalling it each time. But yeah, make sure you do install the plugin if it's something you want to use, because just clicking on the run button each time is going to kind of be a little bit annoying if you know that you actually want to keep that closely accessible in your installed plugins list. So that's how to do it. If you're wondering what the new changes were and how to navigate them, that's a basic overview of what it looks like. So I'll keep this one pretty short today. I hope that you've learned something. If you're wondering how to install Figma plugins in 2022 with this new update, this is currently how it works. It may change again in the future, and if it does, I'm happy to record another video to go through it so you can see any updates that are made at that point. But thank you as always for watching, and we'll be back soon with more Figma tutorials like this one very soon.